Germany no to ni dra han sorry onye obuna anya kikiri no badara aka ya anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma ma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee eziokwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbagba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nketa anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na-eja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise ise ise.
You are from that very contraption called Nigeria. If you are in any part of that very contraption and you are indigenous, don't get yourself distracted. More especially the Biafrans who are leading the struggle for freedom. Biafrans are leading the struggle for freedom of every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid the foundation. He laid the foundation of freedom for everybody. And the freedom that he had laid the foundation for is that every single soul in that contraption called Nigeria, every indigenous tribe must be free. That is what our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. He started with the Biafrans. He enlightened us. He used all manner of languages. Some people pick offense. Some people say he's insulting. Some people say he's this. But today, every single thing that our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said have come to pass. And thank Chukwu Kabiama that we are all awake. Our eyes are open and we are watching. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went further to wake up our brothers in Oduduwa land. Today, our Oduduwa brothers are waxing stronger than you can think. Even after Sunday Igboho was captured in the Republic and detained, our Oduduwa brothers are still speaking up. They are still doing what they're supposed to do. Biafrans that are leading the fight, this is not the time to look back. There is enemy at the gate already. The enemy is here already. This is not the time to look back. This is not the time to look back. This is the time for you to add more effort and begin to speak up about what matters. And the foundation of unity that our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have built, continue to build on that foundation. Continue to build strong on that foundation. Build on that foundation. Stand on that foundation. Any other foundation that you see, that is contrary to the foundation that Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have built, do not follow it. Any foundation that is built on lies, do not follow it. Any foundation that is not built on consistency, do not follow it. These are the two pillars that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave us. These are the two pillars Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to build the indigenous people of Biafra, the IPOB. The IPOB family. This is the two pillars that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to build that family called IPOB. And the life of every indigenous person in this old southeastern region is built on truth and sincerity. Anything contrary to that is a lie. I see some people bringing out some lies that you and I know that lie. Those things that our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have destroyed, some idiots are bringing it back, and we say no to that. That is why I tell you, this is the time for you to share the videos. If you cannot make your own video, at least share the video you are watching. Not only from me, from every Biafran, any agitator that is sensible, that is saying something that you know is meaningful, that will add meaning to the freedom of indigenous people. If you see such video, share them. This is not time to be distracted. You and I know that from the beginning, from the day one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told us that he is fighting for the freedom of Biafra, which is also the freedom of every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. But in writing, it is the freedom of Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for the freedom of the Igbo people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for the freedom of the Efik people. He was not fighting only for the freedom of the Ijaw people. He was not only fighting for the freedom of the Efik people. He is fighting for the freedom and the nation of Biafra. And in extension, every indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria will be affected. But you can see some propaganda that are coming. Some people are peddling some rumors and lies, talking about 5 states. There is no 5 states anywhere. There is no 5 states anywhere. There is no 5 states anywhere. What you call the Southeast today is not Southeast. The Southeast that we know, we regard as Biafra, is the present South and Southeast. Both of them are the Southeast we know. And when you talk of Biafra land, those are the Biafra land we know, including the part of Biafra that have been cut into Benue State. Those are the Biafra people now. And we know that our Sula Mazinagan have repeated this statement every and again, that he is fighting for Biafra land, which includes the present South and the Southeast, and some part of Benue State, not all Benue State. This is Biafra land that we are fighting for. Anybody bringing any rumor or talking any trash of 5 states is wasting his or her time. That is why I was mad when I saw people who are supposed to know. They don't know. People who are supposed to speak it up, they are not speaking up. Eohane Ndibu and co. talking about South 5 states, supporting the evil agenda of the caliphate. You see the caliphate, the Janjaweed, pushing on their agenda of 5 states. Even some people who call themselves Biafrans, some people who claim to know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some people who claim to be followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you see them pushing the agenda of 5 states. A lie from the pit of hell. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, from the day he started the struggle for Biafra, up to the very day we stopped hearing from him, he has always told us that he is going for Biafra land. And the Biafra land is the South and the Southeast, with inclusion of some part of Benue State. That is Biafra land. This is the place we are fighting for, Biafra land. And if you are confused in your area, whether your area is part of Biafra land or not, go and ask your mother, how many pieces of wrapper do they tie? Check the women in your area, how many pieces of wrapper do they tie? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have made this comment more than 1,000 times in his broadcast. And all of a sudden, somebody will begin to come and peddle lies, begin to push on lies of 5 states. Somebody will be going on negotiation table of 5 states. We are not going to be part of that. You see the reason why I'm telling you that nobody is going to stand on the negotiation table for us except our student Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Except Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally, everything you are hearing is false. Except you hear directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everything you are hearing that is contrary to what he has said before is a lie. That is how you know a message from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If somebody come and tell that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, compare it with what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been saying when he was with us. If anything, information you get is contrary to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had been saying in the past, that message is not from him. Don't follow it and don't obey it. Don't buy to it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a man of wisdom and a man who is consistent. He can never change in his word. What he tells you tomorrow, he will tell you today. He will tell you the day to come. He will tell you the decade to come. He has been pursuing the struggle of Biafra, looking for Biafra land, trying to secure Biafra land. That was why when he formed the Eastern Security Network, he did not form the Eastern Security Network for the Igbo people. He didn't form it for the Ijaw people. He didn't form it for Efik. He formed the Eastern Security Network for the Southeastern region, the old Southeastern region. And that is what it's supposed to be. So anybody that is bringing that distraction, tell them to go and bury their head in shame, because that is not the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have to move forward. This is not the time to look back. And there is another important information I want to pass. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never changed in his statement. Yes, what he said yesterday, he's saying today, and he's going to say until Biafra comes. We are going forward, looking for Biafra land. The old Southeastern region, with the inclusion of part of Benue State, that is Biafra land. There is another lie that is causing confusion among Biafrans, that even some people who call themselves Biafra agitators, some of us who are broadcasting, are carrying these informations that are bringing division without being knowing it. It's either you are doing it intentionally or you don't know what you are doing. When we talk about stop blaming people about sit at home, people who refuse to sit at home, stop trying to regionalize it. You say people from the coastal region are not sitting at home, people from this state are not sitting at home, people from this state are not sitting at home. That is not what matters. We know that there are people who will disobey. Don't tell me that because some part of Biafrans are not sitting at home. They are not participating the way others are participating. Because of that, you are saying that you are not part of Biafra. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Onye ọbụla aka ruru ya kwa nne ya na ọbụrụ diọkpara gburu. Onye aka ruru kwa nna ya na ọbụrụ diọkpara gburu. That is where we are now. Onye aka ruru ya kwa nna ya na ọbụrụ diọkpara gburu. In as much as the Igbo Biafrans are the one who are showing their friends, are confronting the danger with head on, do not try to demonize other Biafrans because of that. Don't challenge them on that. They are going to come along. We know the challenges they are facing. We and them know, we know the challenges, the other of our brothers who are in the other regions. We know the problem they are facing. We know the challenges they are going through. You and I know it. And if you say you don't know it, you are just deceiving yourself. They are coming up gradually, and most of them are speaking up more than you expect. Effiong, General Effiong, fought together with our eternal leader, Dim Ojumegbojuku. General Effiong fought with him until the last minute. Until the last minute. There are so many other people who are not Igbo Biafran who fought the war. They were standing their ground until the last minute. They never betrayed. They never mixed word. They never mix word. And after the civil war, our brothers in the coastal region were subjected to very difficult situation. They were almost wiped away, and they were given only one condition: to deny their Biafranness. Our coastal region was given only one condition: to deny their Biafranness. That was the only condition they were given for them to live. They were given that condition. And in that critical state, when Biafra Biafra war have already ended, and people are trying to reintegrate themselves into their so-called one Nigeria by all means, many things went wrong. Many things went wrong. Many sacrifices were made. So many of our brothers in the coastal region compromised. Not intentionally, not because they wanted to, but because this is a fight of life and death. At that point of life and death, most of them decided to take other tools, and that have affected our coastal region so much. But don't try to demonize them because of that, because a whole lot of them are even more Biafrans. Many of them are even more Biafrans than people who are on the mainland. So many of them are more Biafrans than people who are in the mainland. But you can see that they are being held captive in the sense that the resources that the so-called Janjaweed are using to suppress us as coming from that area, and some few individuals are being empowered in the coastal area. They empower these few individuals to begin to share their loot and begin to suppress other people. Let me tell you, the suppression and oppression in the coastal region is so much that if you don't put your head on the ground, you cannot understand it. You can't understand it. Even in the mainland, Igbo Biafrans, some of them are still compromising, selling out, let alone people who are on the coastal region. Don't tell me that because some part of Biafran land are not sitting at home, because of that you are demonizing them. Some part of Biafran land are not sitting at home. Some part of Biafran land are not doing this, are not doing that, and because of that they are not Biafran. That is absolute nonsense, absolute rubbish. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do not preach such message. The message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to redeem Biafra land. If it is one person that is going to redeem it, so be it. If it is the Igbo Biafrans that will redeem Biafra land, so be it. We will continue. But I'm 101% sure that there are some other of our brethren who are in the coastal region that are doing wonderfully well, both openly and underground. They are fighting. And if anybody tries to preach any message to demonize them, do not back on that message. Don't listen to such idiots. They are just meant to create confusion. They are just meant to create confusion. When you hear somebody sending a message that has to do with Biafra, concentrate on Biafra and stop sectionalizing it. Concentrate on Biafra. Concentrate on Biafra. It is not mandatory that everybody will be carried out. There are some people who can never ever change their evil act until Biafra comes. There are some people who will still continue to sit on the fence until Biafra comes. Some people will sit on the fence until Biafra comes. Are you going to say because those people are sitting on the fence that other people are not Biafra? It's just like what played out in Anambra State. In Anambra State election, Are you going to tell me that Anambra people voted when you know that Anambra people did not vote? Are you going to tell because of few people? Go and check the population of Anambra. Go and check the population of Anambra. The people that voted in Anambra are not up to 20%. Are you going to tell me because of 20% of people that went and betrayed the struggle by voting for Anambra State, because of that you say that Anambra people are not supporting the struggle? Are you going to say that? Are you going to take because of the video they are showing you on convention that you say the Anambra State are not supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Anambra State are 101% in support of Biafra struggle, and they are following up killing. Please stop demonizing people because of some careless. Stop speaking the language of Janjaweed. Even so many of us who are on the media, you are using the language of the Janjaweed against your own people unknowingly. Unknowingly. What does that have to add to the struggle of Biafra? Telling us that some people are sitting at home and some people are not sitting at home, and because of that, what are they doing and all that? What will that information add to the struggle of Biafra? What will it add? Let me give you an example of the redemption of the world. It's been said that through one single man, sin came into the world and affected everybody. Through one single man, through Adam, it was only through the sin of Adam that everybody today is being tagged a sinner, according to the Christians. According to the Christian belief, it is through one man that sin came into the world, which is Adam, according to Christian belief. And according to Christian belief, it is through one man that the whole world will be redeemed and saved from sin. Through one man. Through one single man, the whole world will be redeemed from sin. It didn't say through two people. It didn't say through two people or through 5 people. If it is through the Igbo Biafrans that Biafra will be redeemed, so be it. Stop making noise and continue to fight the battle. If it is through only the Igbo Biafrans that Biafra will come, so be it. Let Biafra come. But we are going with our brothers. Our strength is not equal. We have faced different kinds of challenges. Our strength are not equal. You have to know that. Our strength are not equal. And since it is the Igbo Biafrans that are leading the struggle, let that struggle continue. Stop dragging attention of people to things that are irrelevant. Stop using sectional languages. Stop using sectional languages to define what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have brought together. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has brought us together in one umbrella to speak as Biafrans, and that is what we are. We are all Biafrans. We are all Biafrans. We have to be focused. The only single enemy we know in that contraption called Nigeria that has come to kill, to steal, and to destroy are the Fulani Janjaweeds. The Fulani Janjaweed run by their caliphate and their cabals. They are the single enemy that you and I know. But it is so sad when I see people channeling more energy in demonizing their own brothers and sisters instead of channeling that energy to the Janjaweed. If you can spend the kind of strength you are spending condemning your own brother, condemning your own sister, condemning some regions, spend that time in condemning the Janjaweed and the evil, in exposing them, we will achieve Biafra sooner than you expect. Let us not be distracted. The battle has just started. The enemy is at the gate as I'm speaking to you. The enemy is at the gate. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this message when you and I are still sleeping. We are sleeping. We were sleeping. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us they are coming. They are coming. But today, they are here already. They are here. And when we are saying that the government of the Janjaweed is a terrorist government, it is not a joke and neither is it a lie. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. And that is what every Biafran agitator have to be shouting on top of their bar. Every Oduduwa agitator should be shouting on top of their voice. Every Middle Betan, every indigenous person in the country should be shouting on top of their voice. Tell the world that the government of Nigeria is a terrorist government. It is no longer hidden. That is where we are supposed to channel our energy, not on our own self, not fighting ourselves, not demonizing ourselves. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid a strong foundation, and we must have to follow that foundation. The revelation of the evil in Nigeria is what we have to be doing. Nigeria must break up. It doesn't matter what anybody says or what anybody does. If you know anything you're going to say, anything you're going to do to make sure that this evil contraption is destroyed and broken into pieces so that life can be saved, that is what you'll be showing the video on your channel. That is the video you have to be sharing. Let me tell you, we have a lot of work to do. Stop demonizing those who are working. If you don't want to work or you don't have any information to give, sit back and watch. It is better you watch or share the videos. Even if you cannot share, stay on your own side. I share videos. Even if you are my enemy, even if I don't like your face, I don't like you, but you make a video that has meaning, a video that condemns the evil that the Janjaweed is doing against the indigenous people. I share those videos. I make it go viral. Even if I hate you, but you make a video that is going to bring freedom to Biafra, a video that is going to destroy the evil entity called Nigeria that is trying to kill indigenous people, you make a video, I will share the video and make it go viral. That is what you're supposed to be doing. It is not about selfish interest. It is about collective interest of the indigenous people in that country to make sure that we are free. Stop demonizing people. You might not like my face. Your enemy must not be my enemy, and your friend must not be my friend. That is one thing you have to know. You can choose your friend, I choose my friend. You choose your enemy, I choose my enemy. But there is one common enemy that every one of us have, the Fulani Janjaweed. That is where we all settle. Why not focus on that common enemy and make sure we decimate them, because they have come. They have come. I want everybody who has not watched the last broadcast of our brother Simon Ekpa, go and watch it. The last broadcast that Simon Ekpa made, go and watch that video. You'll be amazed what is going on. We are telling you that the Nigerian government is terrorist government. People think it's a lie. Our brother Simon Ekpa, in his last broadcast that he made, revealed a very important information. Members of Boko Haram, trained by Nigeria Air Force, and they are flying your military jet. Members of Boko Haram flying your military jet. That Tucano jet you saw the board. Members of Boko Haram are about to fly it. They are about to fly it. Members of Boko Haram. Our brother Simon Ekpa exposed that in his yesterday broadcast. Go and watch it. After this my program, I am going to post that very video on my channel so that you can watch it. The mind-blowing revelation that our brother Simon Ekpa made. This is what Biafrans are supposed to be doing. How many of us knew that there are jet flyers, people who can be able to pilot plane? They are members of Boko Haram. How many of you know that? You thought that Boko Haram had only foot soldiers. You think that Boko Haram have only foot soldiers that carry AK-47. They have people that can fly a jet fighter. Boko Haram have people that can fly a jet fighter, and they have taken some people trained by Nigeria Air Force, employed by Nigeria Air Force, flying jet fighter. That is why every time you hear military jets bombing citizens, military jets bombing their own military, they bomb a military, they tell you say it's a mistake. You've been wondering what kind of a mistake will a military officer, a flight officer make to bomb his own military that is supposed to protect. Are you not surprised? Why will a jet be bombing the military that he are fighting along with him? They will come and make a statement and tell you say it's a mistake. They will bomb a city. Even in the north, they are bombing the indigenous people from the air. Members of Boko Haram in the military. You cannot see this information in their conventional media. You can't see it. But our brother Simon Ekpa released that information in his channel. Go and watch it. If you did not watch his broadcast yesterday, run with all of you. Go and watch it. After this program, go and watch it. And after this program, I will post that video on this channel so that you can be able to see it on my page. I will post it on my page. The mind-blowing revelation that our brother Simon Ekpa made yesterday. This is what is going on. And this is what we are supposed to be exposing. This is what we are supposed to be exposing. But it is a shame that we that will call ourselves our broadcasters, we that will call ourselves Biafra agitators, you will see a Biafran coming to sit down to analyze his own brother, his own brother's opinion. His own brother's opinion. You will sit down and begin to analyze your brother's opinion that you feel is not going along with you, what you think or what you believe. You will sit down on your channel and begin to destroy your own brother instead of setting the record straight, even without a point. Even the person you are talking against, is more knowledgeable than you, has contributed more in the Biafran struggle more than you, have done and still doing and contributing more than you yourself. You will see somebody will open a channel and sit down and say, I want to analyze the video that a fellow Biafran a genuine video that meant well, that meant to explain to the people what is happening, that meant to open the people's brain. A video that has a logic and a good argument. You come to begin to lie, peddle lie, to demonize your own brother, instead of focusing on the common enemy. The common enemy, which is the Fulani Janjaweed, which you and I know are the enemy. It is so sad. It is so sad and shameful how we have allowed this Janjaweed to take over our life, even in the struggle. Even in the struggle, you see people speaking the language of the Janjaweed, using the language of Janjaweed, instead of addressing every Biafran as Biafrans, defending all the Biafran territory. You are defending your area. You still see people talking about Enugu State, defending Enugu State as their own. Some defending Anambra as their own. Some defending Abia as their own. Some defending Delta as their own. Some defending Rivers as their own. You are not willing to defend Biafra land. It is a shame. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that you claim to be following, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu carries every single Biafran along. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have stretched his hand up to Benue State to go and touch our brothers who are living in Benue State, who are being carved into the north. That shows a lot of sense. It shows that he is not just there for joke. The battle is not against us. The battle is against the Fulani Janjaweed. We have to focus on them. They have come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And for those who think that we can be part of this one Nigeria, it doesn't matter the way you look at it. If you are indigenous, if you are indigenous tribe in Nigeria, and yet you have not seen the reason why you should begin to ask for a breakup, that means either you are a devil yourself, or you are just pretending. It's either you are being paid by the Fulani Janjaweed to make sure you help and kill your own people, which eventually will turn around to take your own life. Because every one of us, every single Biafran know the reason why we should speak up on what is going on. The breakup of the contraption called Nigeria is the only thing that is going to bring peace, a lasting peace in that contraption called Nigeria. If you don't break it up, it will break us all. Either you break it up or it will break you. It doesn't matter if you're from Oduduwa or you're from Biafra or Middle Belt, anywhere you are, the only single solution that will save all of us is a breakup of that contraption. Break it up to save life. It is only when you break it up you can have good economy. Those of you who are talking of economy, you talk of sit at home, they say economy. There can never be any economy anywhere in that contraption except you break it up. Break it up and give it just a shortest time. Break it up, give it a shortest time. Even in that so-called north, you will see development coming. You will see development coming. You will see security coming. But what do we see? Because people have chosen a way that will kill them, a way that is about to destroy everybody. That is why you can never see development anywhere. You can never see improvement anywhere. And people are pretending. Pretending because of their selfish interest. You are pretending because today you feel you're living good. You feel you have food in your table today. Any other person who doesn't have food in his table, it doesn't really concern you. You feel you and your family is being protected. Wait, it's going to get to your doorstep. It will get to your doorstep. It doesn't matter how connected you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. If anybody has been told, if anybody told our brother Obadiah Melafia that he will be there today, he won't believe it. Our brother Obadiah Melafia, may his soul rest in peace, that have been revealing secrets to us, speaking up for the so-called one Nigeria, saying it that things should work. If anybody tell Obadiah Melafia that they will take him out, he wouldn't believe it. Obadiah Melafia was one of the people that made a mind-blowing revelation of what is happening today. The destruction that is happening today. The killing of the prominent men. Obadiah Melafia spoke about it, and eventually he died in it. And today, some people are still playing on using the language of the Janjaweed, telling us of one Nigeria. You will hear them talking of a one Nigeria where there be equality and unity. Where can you find such Nigeria? In the kind of diversity we have, where will you find a Nigeria that is united? Where? In which planet? Where can you see a Nigeria of equality? Where? In what planet will you see a Nigeria of equality? Where can you see a Nigeria of equality when already you have a quota system? You have a quota system in your constitution. Quota system is backed up with your constitution. What is quota system? A system that makes a learned person equal with somebody who is not learned. A system that makes you, no matter how educated you are, no matter the amount of time and money you spend to educate yourself, you are equal with an Alamajiri who have not entered to a class in a day. No matter how educated you are, equal to an Almajiri who have not entered to a class a day. That is what quota system makes for you. A system that makes you a slave in a country that is supposed to be yours. You are a slave. Everybody from the southern part of Nigeria, the constitution of that contraption made you to be a slave, including the Middle Belters. You are following a constitution that made you a slave in a country that you're supposed to be number one citizen. And some people in the southern part of Nigeria have accepted this slavery. You talk about the Biafrans. The Biafrans are even given third-class citizens, not even second class. Biafrans are now third-class citizens. And you see some people who claim to be Biafran from the old Southeastern region defending that very thing that made them to be third-class citizens. A third-class citizen that you cannot see any one of them who call themselves politicians. You can't see for any one of them vying for the first position of anything. They don't pursue the first position of anything. They only believe that second position, even the second position, they don't get it anymore. The Biafrans have been relegated to third-class citizens. That is why even the Biafrans who are on the riverine area, the little thing that they have been giving them, the allocation of being given them was cut down. They cut down their allocation. Instead of increasing it, they cut it down to tell you that you are third-class citizen. They cut it down. They cut the allocation that was meant to be for people who have cut the allocation down. And did you see any riot? Did you see any protest? There wasn't any protest. There wasn't any riot. There wasn't a riot. But the same people who have reduced what is meant for you have increased their own side. They took some money and gave to people who claim that in the future they might see oil in their region. They gave them allocation, taken from you, and they even gave them more than they gave to you that is from the oil producing states. And people think it's okay. You told them to stop their open grazing. They said no, they can't. That you don't have any right to speak about it. And they imposed that open grazing, and they are still doing it. You talked about restructuring, that every people should go to their region and restructure. They said no, they don't want restructuring. They don't even want to hear it. That you are third-class citizen, that you don't have any right to open your mouth and speak about restructuring. Restructure what? They said it in their, you will see their president saying it. Their Attorney General of the Federation said it. The Chief Justice of the Federation said it. That you dare not mention anything restructuring. You talked of VAT. When you said VAT, they said you have no right to speak about it. Then we said self-determination for the people, which all this is we are demanding are in their constitution. Self-determination. Because of self-determination that we're asking for today, our Supreme Gamazin Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS for asking for self-determination that is in their law. Grant us referendum so that we can determine what happens in our area. Because of self-determination, Sunday Igboho today is in Benin Republic, being held down in Benin Republic. He is in captivity in Benin Republic, and nobody is speaking about it. People from the southern part of the nation who feel that the evil agenda is benefiting them, people who are benefiting on the blood of the innocent, they don't care. They tell you you don't have any right to ask. What you are running in Nigeria is a slave and its master's constitution. A one Nigeria built based on slave and the slave master. And some people in the southern region, some people in the Middle Belt are accepting that slave and slave master. Slave eating for the crumb that fall from the table of their master. And some of them are happy with it. They are okay with it. They don't care about it. When they see their own brother fighting against that very evil, trying to make sure that they have a meaningful life, they come against that their brother. What information are you bringing out to show to the world what is going on in the country of Nigeria? No. What information are you bringing before the world to tell the world the evil that is happening in the country of Nigeria? None. The only information you are bringing out is the information about your own brother. Information about your own brother who is trying to bring down that thing that is killing you. You are bent on calling him saboteur. If a saboteur can bring the kind of information Simon Ekpa is bringing, I think we need more saboteurs for us to have Biafra. If it is a saboteur that can be able to bring the kind of information Simon Ekpa is bringing, the kind of exposition that Simon Ekpa is doing, if it is a saboteur that can do that, let me tell you, begin to pray for more saboteurs. That is the only thing that can lead us to Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took the same path. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did expositions. It is because of the expositions that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did that you are even able to stand today and begin to contest and begin to talk of a future. It was because of this position that the Southwest woke up and formed Amoteku. And you can see what Amoteku is doing today. Amoteku, in as much as they are not strong as we expect, but they have become a thorn on the flesh of the Janjaweed. They have become a thorn on their flesh. It doesn't matter how compromised they may be, they are still a thorn on the flesh of the Janjaweed. Are you going to talk of the ESN? The ESN are a thorn on their flesh. ESN have put a stop to their advancement to the southeastern region. They can't advance anymore. They can't advance in the west. The Fulanization agenda and Islamization agenda have been put to a halt. All thanks to Asuda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his revelations. Now that Asuda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hand of the ESS, what revelations are you bringing forward to show to the world what is going on? What revelations are you bringing out to show to the world that things have to change? What are you saying? It is not enough to call the Janjaweed out. It is not enough to tell us that Janjaweed are this or that. What evidence do you have? What evidence do you have? But you see somebody who is bringing evidence on the table. The world are watching. Instead of supporting, instead of sharing the video so that the world will see. You don't share. That the world is speaking for the IPOB members today. That the world is fighting for Biafra today. That the world that is supporting the indigenous people of Biafra today. Do you know why it's like that? It's because of the constant message that our Asuda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been sending out. And the constant message that every other agitator from all that people are hearing what you're saying and are doing what they're doing. We must continue. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter attack that comes from any angle or any corner. We have to focus on that thing that matters, which is the freedom of Biafra. The freedom of the indigenous tribe in the country called Nigeria. We must be free. We must be free. Regardless what anybody think, what anybody thought. We must be free. And we will continue until Biafra comes. And even after Biafra comes, we will stand our ground and continue to preach the gospel. The only single foundation that have been led that we must all stand on. Foundation of truth. Foundation of consistency. What you say today, when they wake you up in your sleep, say the same thing. If you are not sure of an information, don't bring it out. Don't peddle lies against your own brother simply because you hate his appearance, simply because of your envy and jealousy. It is you are killing yourself. You are killing yourself. So many people have condemned themselves in the process. When you are pursuing somebody whose hand is clean, you can see our Asuda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is as white as snow. You cannot find any guilt in him. So many people that are standing against him, they have signed their death warrant, and they are those who are not yet dead. If you see them, look at them, they are half dead. The ones whom Chukwu Okeme have left alive is to leave them, for them to take their eyes and see what they have done to themselves. But many that stood against the truth, they are dead today and they are in the grave. And more will go down. More people will go down. But we continue to set the record straight. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what they do. The truth must prevail. The truth and the only truth must prevail. And the Biafra will be built on truth, not on lies. Not on lies. Go and watch that video that Simon Ekpa made yesterday. Your mind will blow off. Those are information you cannot see on the conventional media. The conventional media cannot show you those information because their hands are tight. You can see the government coming openly to tell the conventional media to stop reporting issues that have to do with the bandits. And they stopped. The conventional media, because that is their business. They are running a business. It is about the money. It is about the money. They are not like you and I who are coming on social media to air our opinion without anybody controlling us or telling us what to say. And if you're on social media and somebody is controlling you and telling you what to say, that means you don't know what you're doing. You don't know that maybe because somebody bought an airtime for you. Because somebody bought an airtime to you, the person begin to direct what you say or what you don't say. Don't you have a common sense? Even what I am telling you today, after you hear anything from me, apply your common sense. Don't just believe what I'm telling you. When I say something, after saying it, apply your common sense. Go and make research. Watch other meaningful videos. Make research and find out if what I'm saying is true or lie. Don't just believe it because you heard me say it. Don't just disbelieve because you hate me, because you don't like my appearance. That is why you throw away. Take the word and make your investigation. That is what a sensible person is supposed to be doing. The only destination is Biafra. Freedom is the only destination. That thing that will make you to be free. That thing that will make every indigenous person in that country of Nigeria to be free. That is what we are pursuing. And we will continue to pursue that until Biafra comes. That is the only thing that matters to you and I. That is the only thing that matters for me. And that is the only thing that's supposed to matter for you. Your freedom. Freedom doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come cheap. And don't expect that everybody will come along at the same time. It can never happen. There will always be people who are saboteurs. There will always be people who will be throwing over. They will always be there. And those people they are playing their own role. The more they begin to push you, the more you become stronger. Do not spend much time on talking about irrelevant. Spend much time on talking against the Janjaweed. They have come to kill and to destroy and nothing else. That is why we are setting the record straight whenever we come online. You will say it the way it is. That the Nigerian government is a terrorist government is not more a story. This is a fact. They recruit members of Boko Haram into their military. In top rank, many of them have top rank. Not only their military, they are in custom. You saw recently the ones they put in custom. The same way you see them in custom, that is where they are in their police, they are in their navy, they are in their Air Force. That of Air Force have been exposed recently. One of the members of Boko Haram was arrested by the Air Force. They arrested the person. They busted him and arrested him. But you cannot see that message. You can't see that information in their conventional media. A member of Boko Haram in the Air Force who flies a jet with the top rank members of Boko Haram, trained by your so-called Air Force, trained by Nigerian Air Force. So each time you hear the Air Force bombing their fellow military, it is not a joke and it's not a play. It is because they are compromised. And for those of you who are talking about a better Nigeria tomorrow, you better wake up. You have to wake up from your sleep, because there will never ever be any better Nigeria again. And if you are thinking that there will be a better Nigeria, I will refer you back to the information that a senator gave in the House of the Senate. Go and watch the video. Go and check the video up. Just go to Facebook and type. You will see the video where a senator said that Nigeria can never be better anymore. I will remind you that those of you who call yourself not one Nigerianists and thinking that Nigeria will be better, a senator came out and said that Nigeria can never ever know peace. They can never ever know progress. They cannot know prosperity. They cannot know security until you throw away that thing you call constitution. A senator said it in the Senate, not outside. It's not a side talk. That the constitution is the reason why Nigeria will never ever survive. And that constitution is what the Janjaweed can never throw away, because it is serving their purpose. Without that very constitution, they cannot be able to Islamize Nigeria. They cannot be able to Fulanize Nigeria. They cannot be able to do what they're doing. But everything they are doing now is being supported by that evil paper they are using. Until they throw it away. The world is watching. The world is watching, and they are seeing what is happening. That is why you have to share the videos when you see. More especially this video I'm telling you. I'm going to share the video after this. Don't worry. For those of you, I told you, forget about the face and forget about the person who is talking. When you see a meaningful thing, even if I see a video that is being made by people who are not meaningful, who I know are rebels, but I see their video, a video that is going to bring information that will bring down this Janjaweed, I will share it. I will share it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid a strong foundation, and the only target is to make sure that every indigenous tribe is free, that Biafra land is being freed from the hand of the Janjaweed. That is his target. That's his target. Every time the leadership of IPOB bring an information that will move us forward, an information that will bring the Janjaweed on their knees, I will support it and I will share it to every platform. Anytime I get any information from the leadership of IPOB that have to bring the Janjaweed on the knees, that exposes the evil that the Janjaweed are doing, I will share it. But when you bring information against your own brother that doesn't have anything to add to the movement of the struggle, you are only bringing us back. I am not going to share it. I will not even listen to it. I won't listen to it. We have to be focused. We have to be, a foundation have been led. Wherever, whichever platform you are using, use your platform to speak up for that truth. Speak on the truth. Speak on the truth and be consistent. If you are not sure of the information you are discussing about, don't discuss it. Don't discuss it. Wait until you have a credible information on what you're saying. Because it is not everybody that will have that opportunity to say, I am sorry. Some people, after committing an offense, cannot, their pride will not allow them to say, I am sorry. And some of them, instead of saying, I am sorry, they end up and die in shame. They die in their crime, die in their shame. That is why an intelligent and a brainy person don't just speak. You don't just speak. When you're not sure, don't speak. Just be silent and be watching until you are convinced of what you want to say, so that you don't regret it tomorrow. It is not everybody that can say sorry. For those who can say sorry, I applaud them. It is a very good quality. If you are one of those who have that quality of saying sorry when you offend somebody, or even when you don't offend somebody, but you can open your mouth and say, I am sorry. If you have that quality, God bless you. Chukwu Okabia have blessed you with it. You are standing on a solid ground. If you have the quality of saying sorry when you offend person, and even when you do offend somebody, you are standing on the solid ground. But there are so many people who don't have, they can't be able to say sorry. No matter how wrong they are, they can't say sorry. Instead, out of their pride, they die in that, they die in their crime. There are such people. You saw the parable of the criminals, the two thieves that were killed, that were being killed on the cross with Christ. Two people that were killed on the cross by Christ, those two criminals. One of them, even after he saw the miracle on the cross, he saw that the person that is there, crucified with him, is an innocent man. He saw it very, very clear that this man is an innocent man. He saw it. And he knew that that was his own last opportunity to either make hell or make heaven. Still, he was still accusing that man that was supposed to make a way for him. Because he cannot say sorry, he cannot apologize. But the other man on the right hand said that this man committed no crime. Let him go. We are suffering for what we have done. Let us face our penalty. And because of that single confession of dying minutes, that criminal was saved. Confession of dying minute, that criminal was saved. What does that show you? Many people will not have that opportunity to confess. Many people, even if when they have the opportunity, they cannot have that boldness to confess. That is why don't get yourself involved in that trouble at the first place. When you are not sure about something, don't speak about it. Biafra nation is one. Biafra nation is one. The old Southeastern region, which comprises of the present South-South and the present Southeast, including our brothers in the Benue State, Igbo-speaking brothers in Benue State that have been carved out into the north. They are Biafrans. These are the people we are speaking of for. And we are speaking of for every one of them. The Igbo Biafrans are championing the movement. As the senior brother in the land, they are championing the movement. We are all equal. There is no minority in Biafra land. We are all equal stakeholder in Biafra. There is no minority. There is no minority. Anybody that is capable to fight this fight, fight it and start looking back. Don't say because Okeke and Okafor is not fighting. For that, you want to stop fighting. Don't say because Okeke and Okafor are not fighting, they are no longer Biafrans. That is a message from the pit of hell. That is what Janjaweed wants you to say. Janjaweed want you to begin to use their language to sectionize your own people. Say, they are not sitting at home. They are not talking. They don't have people in position. They don't have this. That is the language of Janjaweed. The single focus is Biafra. And when Biafra comes, Every nation in Biafra will be on their own, even if you are 2 or 3 people. In your own tribe, you will have your own nation. We are one people, one equal people with equal rights as Biafrans. Just as the way Americans identify themselves as Americans, British identify themselves as British, German identify themselves as Germans. That is how we identify ourselves. We are Biafrans and nothing else. We are Biafrans. It doesn't matter the area you're coming from, it doesn't matter the dialect you speak. We even speak the same language. If you German speak, listen very well. Everybody from Biafra land, it doesn't matter the dialect. If you listen very well, you will hear 1 or 2 things from what they are saying. You can understand them properly. Their mentality is the same. The same ideology. We are from the same parents. Nobody can separate us. No man born of a woman can separate us, because we have come to stay as one and will continue to be one. No man can separate us. Biafra must survive. We cannot be distracted. Our focus is to demand for the unconditional release of Wasida Mazi Kanu, so that Biafra will come. The freedom of Mazi Kanu is the freedom of Biafra. If you don't know that, know it now. The freedom of Wasida Mazi Kanu is the freedom of every indigenous tribe in the contraction called Nigeria. So don't say because you are not a Biafran, you will not ask for the freedom of the symbol of justice in Nigeria. The symbol of justice in Nigeria is our supreme leader, Mazi Kanu. You can be jealous, you can be envious, but that is the truth. It doesn't matter the language you speak, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your area, even in the north. The symbol of justice in that contraption called Nigeria is our son of Mazi Kanu. That is why we are asking for the unconditional release of the innocent man who has not committed any crime. He has not committed any crime. It is not only Biafran that will ask for his freedom. Biafran should ask for the unconditional release of Mazi Kanu, and also ask for the unconditional release of Sunday Igboho wherever he is. Oduduwa members should ask for the unconditional release of Mazi Kanu and unconditional release of Sunday Igboho. Every indigenous tribe in Nigeria should continue to ask for the unconditional release of Mazi Kanu and unconditional release of Sunday Igboho. These are the symbol of justice we have in that contract called Nigeria. And if they are not released, Nigeria will never know peace. Nigeria already has become worse than Somalia.